To go live.
Ready to go live.
I'm ready to survive. Are we live?
I'm actually not
Are we live?
sure. It's hard to tell sometimes. Here we go. Yeah, it
Will
looks like we're live.
we thrive? Are we live? I've been told that we are live. I've been told that we're streaming on YouTube.com and JoeHills.net/live, right?
Yep. That's that.
But are we on Twitch?
No, we're not on Twitch.
We're not on Twitch.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was gonna say Vietnam, but people are
But
probably
people
watching
watch
in
from
other
Vietnam.
places. People are probably watching.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah. Good morning, starshine. Quinn says hello.
I got Quinn in studio. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Brenda and Eddie were the popular steadies and the king and the queen of the prom. Riding around with the car top down and the radio on. Nobody looked any finer.
They were more of a hit at the Parkway Diner.
We never knew we could want more than that out of life. Whoa. Here we are waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway,
is anyone in the chat yet?
I don't know. You know what? I actually opened the wrong chat.
Yeah, you were.
I've done like 8. I'm still waking up. We got started setting up earlier than usual.
Wake me up. Wake me up. I can't wake up.
Yeah. YouTube also has this thing where it like has like a default description for the streams that I set like 4 years ago.
Yep.
And it doesn't let me change it anywhere. I keep thinking I've changed it and I haven't. So every time I start the stream, once I go live, I have to go edit the stream to like update a bunch of the links in the description. So that's what I was focused on, like getting those updated. Small Time Bay says, if you're not twitching today, is it possible to get an alert when you go live via Discord or Roll or something I don't have? I mean, usually people will start talking in the live event chat in the Discord, although they haven't.
Does the YouTube not have a notifications feature?
No. I've been thinking about...
Like when people say ring the bell, I thought that would inform people about a live stream.
I don't know. I've been thinking about making an App Store app just so I can send push notifications to people's phones.
Yeah.
Because that's like the most reliable way to do it, is to just make your own app with your own push notification infrastructure.
Sure.
But that's like extra effort, and I'm gonna have to
might as well feature our music on there as well, and then after that feature all of your videos too.
Well, the thing is though, what do you mean? Like, so that to some degree,
and then it's just
is
the
the
Joe
app...
Hill streaming platform.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
Joe Hill's the app.
Yeah. It's like the app is just a notifications conduit, might get rejected by the App Store. I don't know, too. But, like, if it's just a list of links to...
But people make, like, timer apps.
Yeah, but a timer app serves a self-contained function. Like, if the only thing the app does is send you notifications, that might not be.
That has to exist, though.
Small Time Benny says, I mean, I don't keep YouTube open. I don't look at a lot of Discord channels that don't have alerts. So push notification or ping would be dope. I would literally have to, like I said, I would literally have to develop an app to do this reliably.
Yeah.
Queen Dark Lady says, back in the day, people would release a short video on YouTube and release it when they were going live on Twitch. YouTube has told people not to do that. The algorithm, basically, if I started doing that, YouTube would stop recommending people watch my HermitCraft episodes. So I'm not going to do that. Not that I'm, like, making a lot of HermitCraft episodes these days. I'm, like, way behind on editing. Oh, no, and I'm almost out of rockets. But, like, I mean, I try to be pretty consistent. Like, yeah, the last few weeks I've been inconsistent because I've been traveling. But, like, this is, like, one of the only times of the year that I don't always stream at the same time. Queen Dark Lady says, maybe you could do a quick 1 to 2 minute Twitch stream and then go live on YouTube. I don't... That would be a... That's the sort of thing, if I had an engineer in studio, I could have them do that for me, but I can't... That would not be good for my my workflow. That would be very frustrating.
Adds another step.
It's another step, and it's like an obnoxious step. I'm like that's the other thing too, is like I
wonder if there's some
like
is there some infrastructure that already links like I'm live on YouTube to like automatically tweet, or should you just tweet?
Even if I tweet it, like people are gonna complain that they're not getting the Twitter notifications because Twitter is gone.
Yeah.
Like.
Did you just tweet?
Yeah. Let me
co-host.
Yeah. Twitter.com. I will
Blue
post.
Sky.
Like, I don't even remember to post that I'm live on Twitter half the time because I'm so... It's already very frantic getting things out the door. Especially now that, like, we've got so many links to update every time I go live with the stream. I have to update the stream description. So that's all... I'm already dealing with one extra step that's really stressing me out. So I don't want to add more extra steps. Live... Now on YouTube and HTTPS :
That's fair.
Let me make sure joehills.net/live is actually working. It wasn't doing great with the 4K stream.
Oh yeah.
So let's see if it does take. Okay,
are we in 4K?
No, we're not in 4K. We're in high def 1080 or high bitrate 1080.
1080, yeah.
Live now on HermitCraft on YouTube and joehills.net.
Spelled hermit wrong. Extra E. Hermit.
See, this is one more thing to get wrong. Like everything is one more thing to get wrong.
Yeah, and you won't always have a copy editor in studio.
Yeah, Small Time Benny says you could set up a role on Discord, have people opt in, and then tag that role when you go live. No, the problem with Discord is not good infrastructure to build on. Discord is one of the most perilous things to invest in, because like Discord's constantly changing stuff about like behind the scenes. Like
living up to its name.
Yeah, if I'm gonna build something to ping people, I'm gonna build it independently. Like, I will build I'll build an email system that sends you an email. Yeah. And you can write a rule in your inbox that makes sure you get an alert when that email comes through.
An RSS feed.
Or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna build something on top of Discord because I continuously assume Discord has about 18 months left in it before they sell to Facebook. And then we're gonna shut it all down and replace it. So... That's one more thing for people to be annoyed that got sold to Facebook. If it's
and then the marketplace will be splintered again, and there will be 12 alternatives.
Well, the thing is with Discord, I'm just gonna use like an existing like PHP forum system or something. I'm not gonna like when we set up the Discord.
Yeah,
it didn't have the video and audio stuff. It was just supposed to be like a forum/chat, and
you would just host that on joehills.net.
Yeah, whatever I replace.
It doesn't need to be complicated. I mean,
yeah.
Just like a game FAQs type.
Exactly. Discord keeps trying to add stuff in so you can't switch away from it, which is one of the reasons that I try not to use those functions very often.
I see.
But like I would go, and like I could set up a TeamSpeak server, or something. I could self-host the audio.
Yeah.
But I don't want to find an all-in-one Discord alternative. That's like a nightmare. But the other thing is with streams, like the streams are supposed to be, I kind of imagine the streams as something you watch when this is like a fallback form of entertainment. Like it's something you put on in the background while you do other things, So like if you're like, oh, hey, I'm off work today, so I don't have to put the stream on in the background, I can go out and bicycle, right? Like,
yeah. Let people bicycle, Joe.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Just as a reminder, we're doing rotational tips today. We're splitting them 50-50. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah, I feel like we've got
some song goals.
We started off very inside baseball, so let's switch it to outside baseball. The music world. What song goals do we have at 180? Quinn?
Okay, so today we're performing songs that I performed in high school in my first band, maybe my last band. It was called Vanya and the Sunshine Band, and one of the songs we were known for playing was Say It Ain't So by Weezer. So that'll be the 180 song. I'll perform that song. And then also, we almost weren't able to perform this song at our senior year talent show, a song by Semisonic called Closing Time, because it has references to alcohol in it. The principal was wary of that, but we ended up doing it anyway. The Jose will be performing that song at 360, a full rotation.
So that's Closing Time.
Closing Time.
Say It Ain't So.
And Say It Ain't So.
People are asking if I've looked into specific Discord alternatives. I've looked into open source ones. If it's not self-hosted and open source, like at the point where we set up the Discord originally, I didn't have any servers and data centers.
Sure.
For my business. Now that at this point I've got servers and data centers, if Facebook buys Discord and forces a migration, whatever we migrate to will be self-hosted, so we don't ever get forced to do it again. Mm-hmm. I'm not switching from one thing that got bought by Facebook to something else that's about to get bought by Facebook. But yeah.
Is that the fate of everything, to be sold to Facebook?
I mean, it's possible. So, I don't know. Okay, so today we're gonna go over here.
Today we're gonna go over here.
Yeah. I mean, I never know what time it is either. Like, so this is not me saying to people, like, you should know what time it is. I'm saying if I realize that I want to watch something, I see what's on then. I don't set alerts to watch things unless it's like, unless it's like a watch party.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like, oh, hey, I have people coming over to watch the Game of Thrones finale.
Right.
I should set an alarm to remind me to, like, start making food, right? But, like, I watch streams when I realize it's a good time to watch streams. And when it's not a good time to watch streams, I don't want to be reminded I'm missing out on streams. Because then I get annoyed if I'm driving and I get an alert like, oh, hey, Wells Night just went live. And I'm like, dang it, I want to watch that, but I'm driving. Like, I don't want to know what's on Twitch.
Sure.
And so this is like, because I'm either ready
That's something an individual can choose for themselves if they want to set an alarm on their phone.
Yeah.
For both 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, I
Central.
I feel like I'm endorsing subscribing to these notifications, which I am not one of those people that's like, hey, you gotta click that bell, because I don't think you gotta click that bell. I genuinely do not
Yeah,
have that belief.
you don't need to like, you don't need to subscribe.
No, you don't. You absolutely have no obligation to do any of those things. And so, like, I I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't know, like, I want to encourage you to make decisions for yourself, and I don't want to give myself more work. So, like, that's kind of how I'm
Absolutely.
Yeah. Stall time Betty says, I misinterpreted Joe, but at least one other person that says, I just check the places when it's time. I guess so I check places when it's time for me to watch streams. I see what's on. And when it's time for me to watch streams has nothing to do with the clock. It has everything to do with where I am in my day, what tasks I'm doing, whether I could put stuff on in the background or not, you know? April 1st fell on a Monday this year. We missed a Hermit's Hindering Hermit stream. Yeah. That's true. Okay, we need to buy bones, I'm realizing. I forgot to buy bones.
I didn't know you could buy bones.
Yeah.
What are they for?
I was going to make more, glow lichen. Oh, yeah. I've been, re-listening to a podcast, D&D show lately, the, Acquisitions Incorporated C-Team. And,
That's the one we did a song about, right?
that is,
Ac Inc.
yeah, the Hit the Merch Store was about them. And, there's an episode where they visit a town that's, like, all about cults, where it's just, like, everybody's, like, constantly on the streets pitching their cult or whatever. It's like, you know how, like, you might move into a small town and there's, like, 83 churches type of thing. That sort of thing. Except that with cults. And, like, one of the cults that the DM described was something called the Inner Man. And the idea is that inside each person is a second person made entirely of bones. And only by performing certain rituals can you be fully attuned to those bones and understand how your needs and the needs of the bones inside you align.
Whoa.
It's just... So it's just like, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go to the bone store and get aligned with the Inner Man. Okay, so let's see. Oh,
Get realigned
I might
at
have-
the bone store.
I might have bought out a lot of these bones already. Uh-oh.
No bones about it.
Yeah, that's not great. It's very expensive to buy these bones, apparently. Joel Jackson says that's so Jerry. I know, right? Yeah, Joel Jackson's also a C-Team fan.
Oh, nice.
I wonder what this... Oh, that's probably for the museum. Now that I'm looking at that. Whoa, hitting the mic. Sorry about that. Okay. Dun 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 dun.
What do you have planned for us today, Joe?
Okay, so first, well, I was gonna make a forest better, but I need bones to make the forest better. Indirectly. Because I need glow lichen, and you can't make glow lichen without bones. And I got distracted on my way there by all these cubes that wanted to attack me. So, we're gonna head this way.
Is there something about the bones that make the glow lichen glow?
They make the glow lichen grow, which is a very similar sound. In some languages, they are actually, like, phonetically identical. Welcome, Yano Mako.
Welcome to the stream, people watching the stream without me.
Yep, and also Derek Basile says it's been so long since I watched your live stream because of adulting, but I'm in the hospital on my Switch playing Zelda, so here I am. I've missed you, Joe. Well, hey, I hope that you or your loved ones or friends that are the reason you're there are on track for a speedy recovery. Glad that my sister Quinn and I can keep you company. Yep, we are working on a spooky forest, and we need glow lichen to make it spooky. But yeah. So let's see. Oh, also I should mention that Quinn and I are splitting tips. Quinn does have to drive all the way across town, lugging that guitar. So tips are split 50-50 on these streams, and they're welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We will rotate the camera 1 degree angular for each dollar. You know, back to... I really feel like... So there is one thing that they did really smart on the C-Team show, and this is the other reason I was bringing up the C-Team, is that right after the like main gameplay part, they would do like a bathroom break, and then the last like half hour of the stream was they would call it table talk, and
Table talk.
Yeah. So like if
I think there's a show called Table. No, I'm thinking of the Red Table. Never mind.
Not to be confused with the Red Door.
No.
Which is a bar for veterans returning from World War II here in Nashville. Although they now let people in who are not World War II veterans.
Wasn't Red Door also a series, a fantasy YA series?
I don't know about that because I don't think it takes place here. Gusty Gale tips 5 and says, "May you have an excellent day." Thank you, Gusty Gale. Let's go ahead and get that camera rotating.
Thank you, Gusty Gale.
Oh, I need to switch this to center rotation.
Oh, that gale is gusty.
The gustiest. So yeah, like if they had a guest player come in, and you know, like they're playing the game, and like he's like kind of stretching, and the dungeon master goes, "Oh, you sore from the train ride down here," and he's like, "No, I took the seaplane," and they're like, "Wait, what seaplane?" "Oh, the seaplane that connects Vancouver and Seattle," and the dungeon master's like, "There's a seaplane that connects Vancouver and Seattle." "Oh yeah, it lands right in the lake, you know, like right across from your office." Like I didn't even have to get a taxi or anything to get it over here. And like the players will be like, "Table talk, like talk about it after the show. Like we're trying to play a game here."
Right.
Like
it's too interesting. It's going to be incredibly distracting.
This is very distracting. This is an incentive for the viewers to stick around after the game ends. We all want to talk about the seaplane that lands across from the office. But
yeah, and that's where we get the expression "table it."
Yeah, we're gonna table this for now.
Exactly,
yeah, it comes from the C-Team.
It comes from the C-Team and Table Talk. And if you heard it before they existed, it was used anachronistically.
Yes,
just saying.
Sometimes things are set in the past, but yeah, I do think there is something to be said for like. If somebody makes a request about, like, something that's a little bit inside baseball...
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is about the infrastructure that underpins the stream.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, because, like, the thing is, I think about that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So if somebody brings it up, I want to address it. But I think that I need...
You need a table talk. I need like the separate time.
Yeah, I need to be able to say like, you know what, that's well, you know what, this is actually part of
everything is table talk right now.
Kind of. Like, but like we have a guest in the studio. I don't think people want to hear about open source Discord alternatives, right? Like this is not the time for that. Like we should be talking about things that are wild. You know, because wild things are, you know, opportunities for a song in your heart to speak out.
Yeah. Wild things. They make my heart sing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we don't want to be in a rut. We want to be somewhere that everything's groovy.
Groovy.
So, that's just... So yeah, Quinn, if you see me start getting derailed into technical minutia, we haven't worked out like what the term is. 'Cause I don't want to use table talk because this is not a D&D setting.
Mind of me says, "I think I love Wild Thing."
Yeah.
Wild Thing, I think I love you.
Is there like a catch?
I wanna know for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's like a catchphrase. Like that's It's not for the post-mortem because it's not...
Post Quinn, right?
Yeah.
Because whenever I'm not around, you'll talk about it.
Yeah, like, I mean... But, like, I've seen a lot of people asking for this lately.
Yeah, it's kind of an epilogue, right?
And so, like, a debrief, yeah. The Drain. Jill Jackson. Yeah. Oh.
Let's talk about this on the drain.
On the Drain. Well, the thing is, so the...
We're just going to let that spin and circle down that drain.
Well, so the Drain is the entrance to the trough on a pinball machine.
Yeah.
But you know what happens after the ball drains is the bonus calculation. So that's when the bonus is tallied.
Sure.
So maybe we say, oh, that's for the bonus tally.
The bonus tally.
The bonus tally, yeah, like
Bonus.
that's for after we
Bonus calc.
Yeah, I feel like
some...
bonus calculation doesn't work as well. Yeah.
The bonus brief.
That could arguably that could be for the. Now this brings us back to video games instead of pinball. Pinball doesn't have bonus stages.
No.
But bonus stage already does have killer music. Bonus stage. Do 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 do. Lakshmi 13 says, Drew Baca says, never mind about my suggestion, they got acquired by Roblox. That was one of the reasons that I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not open source software. Yeah, because the first thing when I Googled it was owned by Roblox, and I was like, unless Roblox, like, is, like, the Red Hat Enterprise Linux of gaming tech, which I don't think they are, and Red Hat's got their own problems since the IBM acquisition. Mind of Me says parking lot is something we use at work. Oh, like, yeah, don't talk about this in the building. That's
right, like,
that's
yeah.
parking lot talk. I like that.
Parking lot.
Yeah. Let's parking lot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's smoke break that.
Park that, mister.
Let's smoke break that would actually have worked where I used to work before, because, like, I didn't smoke, but in the ad industry, a lot of people smoke.
Sure, I've seen Mad Men.
Yeah. It's not, they're not making it up. It's,
But how many of the people started smoking because they watched Mad Men, and you know, they're like, I'm an ad man. That looks cool. I should be smoking.
Yeah. 12.
You shouldn't be smoking.
Yeah. Mahi Zero says parking lot was used by my old job too. Interesting.
Parking lot.
Yes. So
There might be something there.
Yeah, there might be something there. Also,
we'll have to find an appropriate parking lot.
12 Uwe says debrief him with Joe and Quinn. Well, the thing is, I don't think this is necessarily a show that Quinn needs to be on.
I think that's your point. It's things that I either shouldn't be privy to, or you just care not to waste my time.
Well, no, it's more wasting your time, because, like, I mean, I can talk about technology in front of you because it's stuff that would be publicly available, like, in the newsletter or whatever, too.
I mean, I'm interested in all of this stuff.
Okay, well, then maybe we can talk about it. I just felt like, you know,
We don't talk about Discord.
No.
We don't talk about Discord.
They were changing terms of service on all of us. And everyone said, what you gonna do, Joseph? I don't know. I think we might go with an open source opportunity. I don't know the tune to this. Like, is this even close?
Not really.
I didn't think so. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. We don't talk about Bruno. I don't know.
It's a pretty complicated melody, to be honest.
It's a super complicated melody.
And there's a lot of overlapping parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll parking lot that.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, whatever the thing is, needs to maybe be like my Friday morning coffee stream. Like, cause like Monday is coffee and correspondence, Thursday is the Quinn stream.
Though it's kind of the opposite of parking lot because it's actual like points of business.
Yeah. But like the thing is, like I'm trying to, but they're not the entertaining. They're
Sure.
they're meta, right? And the whole point of this is to not get occupied with meta or by
Yeah. They're meta, they're logistical.
yeah, like under the hood. Like let's take it to the garage, right? Maybe the Friday morning stream is the garage.
The garage.
And it's like, okay, we're going to open up the hood and talk about any of that stuff. So, like, if there's something that comes up when you're here that you want to talk about, we
Sure.
can talk about it. But if it's like, this might be getting too into the internals.
Yeah, I'll say you might want to park that in the garage.
Yeah, let's park that in the garage for, yeah, shop talk. Take it to the garage. So, like, Friday morning might be the garage, where we do the shop talk. So yeah, that way too, I've got like, cause
If you ever stream from England, it could be the garage.
the garage. Well, I was gonna
How do they pronounce it in Canada?
sorry, garage.
Sorry.
But like, oh, did Badger tell you about the tickets for King Lear?
Yes.
Oh,
We
excellent.
discussed it. I'm excited.
See, that's something entertaining that we can talk about. Like, so for those of y'all who don't know, Slings and Arrows, in my opinion, is one of the greatest Canadian television shows ever made. It's up there with Stargate SG-1. Although I don't think that's technically Canadian. I think they just shot it there. Is that considered Canadian at that point? If it's like a Hollywood production?
I mean, sometimes they're like Canadian co-productions. I can look it up, actually.
Oh, Mind of Me is from Canada and says that the term is car hole.
Car hole.
Yeah, because they just like dig a hole
Park
in the
it in
snow.
the car hole, Joe.
Yeah, they just dig a hole in the snow and they put the car there. That makes sense.
Put that in the car hole, Joseph.
Um,
That's what I'll say.
David Hewitt was on it. I count it as Canadian. Says Mind of Me. Okay, so basically, it's an exploration of Shakespeare and the antagonism between art and business. It's a guy who is called back to run a theater company that he worked at like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And after the guy who used to be his best friend is hit by a pig truck and is now a ghost who haunts him. Is that a good... That's a terrible summary, actually. I won't... Yeah, I shouldn't ask if that's a good summary. That's a bad summary. But
It's a great show, though.
it's a great show.
Stargate SG-1 on the Wikipedia page counts its country of origin as both Canada and the United States.
Like NORAD. That's why it takes place in NORAD, because that's a joint Canadian-U.S.
Yeah.
mission.
Like Lion King. No, that was just...
Yeah.
First it was Kimba the White Lion, and then,
Yeah. So, anyway, it's a show about
It's a show about the slings and arrows.
of misfortune, outrageous misfortune.
Yeah, this misfortune is outrageous.
Also, maybe it's fortune too. I don't know. It's
You might want to park that misfortune in the car hole.
but anyway, the basic the main character is played by an actor from Canada
Yeah.
named Paul Gross. Right? That part's accurate?
It's been a while. I haven't seen it in over 10 years.
Okay.
Like, I watched it in college.
Oh, you haven't seen it since college. Okay, I've got it. I bought it. So it was briefly available on iTunes. It gets listed and unlisted all the time because of like copyright
Yeah, I think it
stuff.
was on Netflix when I watched it originally.
Okay,
Perhaps.
yeah. The
It
first
was a
time I watched it, it was on
long time
Netflix, and then it moved
ago.
off,
Yeah.
and then it was briefly available on iTunes. It might be again. I bought it when it was briefly available most recently.
Fair.
So anyway, it's a really good show. But yeah, the main guy in it is the protagonist, I guess you could call him.
Yeah.
I would argue Paul Gross's character is the protagonist. He's definitely the point of view character.
Yeah, like he comes back to his hometown, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not where he grew up, but it's where he first got started as an actor.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And now he's a director.
Oh, so this is kind of like Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
That's
like you started in this place, and now you come back to be kind of like take on this creative director role.
That's a great... Yeah, if you've seen Studio 60, it's got a lot in common with that. Real quick, let me check the phone real quick, because sometimes the tips don't show up on the computer here. And I think we got one rolling in. Jeanette tips 40 and says, songs and chats with the Hill siblings, a perfect way to start my Thursday. So, thank you, Jeanette. Here we go.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Rolling the camera, 45 degrees. Woo.
Thank you, Jeanette. These tips are to our benefit.
Yeah. NJ says, what are you up to? I can only listen. We're talking about Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip.
Well, NJ can hear that part. In game, we're working on making some glow lichen.
Yeah.
I think. What is that lichen on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've bone mealed it, and now I'm harvesting it.
I see.
It's a light harvest.
Harvesting bones.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool. So, core concept, the guy goes back to the place that he first got started. This would be the equivalent of, like...
Welcome back, Cotter.
Yeah. Well, with Welcome Back, Cotter, I think that was his hometown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think
There's a similar Dreams Where You're Ticking Out vibe, though.
Yeah. It would be... Yeah, this would kind of be like Jack being brought back as CEO of Twitter, which he actually already did once. But anyway, so this guy, he was an actor in this theater company in Canada. He had like a psychotic break, I think is the way he describes it, in the middle of performing Hamlet. He never acted again, but he became a director running a very successful avant-garde theater company in Toronto. And so when the executive director of this theater company, Shakespearean theater company, is hit by a pig truck and becomes a ghost, they can't have a ghost directing everything. So they hire the only guy who can see the ghost. They don't know that at the time.
Yeah.
They can't see the ghost. But so they hire this guy who hasn't acted in like 20 years.
Who can see a ghost.
Who can see a ghost.
But just one ghost, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the only ghost he ever sees. Does he ever see like Anakin
Skywalker?
Yeah, I don't think he ever sees Anakin Skywalker, for example.
No, Force ghosts, no.
Yeah, he doesn't see any Force ghosts.
Space ghosts.
Yeah, he does see one on each coast. So that would count.
What a great show.
Yeah, I know. Oh, did you hear that they've consolidated? They've shut down the the
Cartoon Network Studios.
Yeah, the one that's like on the title
like the
card.
one that's in the end of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they've closed the building down, and they
These are some dark times. I saw the New York Times is shutting down its sports section department.
So they can
entirely
outsource it to the non-unionized athletic. Yeah, I saw that too.
Right. Everything's gone topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
Nemo.
I will say, since I've canceled both my Washington Post and my New York Times subscription...
You finally were able to cancel your New York Times?
Oh, no, I canceled it a while ago. I just didn't cancel it on stream. Like, that, I canceled it like that a few days later.
Oh, okay.
Like, I canceled it that week. But it was just like I was too much of a headache to do on stream, without, because like with stuff like that, I'd like be like, oh, let me share my screen, but I'm like, it's gonna show credit card details possibly or something like, or my email or I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it on stream, so but yeah, I'm actually thinking, one of the things I've realized on reflection is it's like I really do depend on having access to some sort of real newspaper for news about like the war in Europe and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm actually thinking, like when I was like, okay, out of the big three, which newspaper do I feel like I actually got the most out of? And of the three, I think I actually got the most out of the Wall Street Journal because the biggest value of the newspaper was to help me in arguments. And most of the people that I argue with about the news don't respect the New York Times or the Washington Post anyway. But they do respect the Wall Street Journal.
Sure.
And so it was, even though it's objectively my least favorite of the papers, it's the one that I derived the most value from a practical standpoint.
Yeah, I mean,
and also like
they're all pretty terrible to pay.
Yeah. But like to some degree, I consider it like opposition research.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing is when I read a bad editorial in the Washington Post, I'm like, why is the American left so ineffective? But when I read a bad editorial in the in the journal, I'm like, these are arguments I'm gonna have soon. I'm preparing myself to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a value.
I wouldn't pay for it though.
Yeah, I'm not
like
paying for it now.
You could go to
but...
a public library and peruse it.
Well, and that's the thing is, in the past, I used to have access to the Wall Street Journal through where I worked. They just had subscriptions there.
That makes sense.
And so, like, I wasn't paying for it out of pocket. But, like, I don't miss the Washington Post or the New York Times, having canceled subscriptions to those, the way I miss the Wall Street Journal. Like, there's a definite hole in my quote-unquote, like, opposition research that I was partially plugging with, like, keeping up to date by reading the Post and the Times.
Yeah.
Even if I couldn't cite them as effectively. But now that don't subscribe to either of them, I'm just like, But yeah, the university library. Did you ever get your updated alumni ID? Oh, once you get your state ID updated, go get an updated alumni ID so you can use the library.
I want to update my name first.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, and I also need to contact the university and get an updated diploma.
Yeah.
And have them, like,
get your transcripts.
Change everything on the transcripts. And
yeah.
I'll need to do that for both of my educational institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe all three, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to reach out to the auction school. That's probably not necessary.
I think, I mean, I don't know. Like, are you still licensed?
No, I haven't been licensed for a long time. I'm a retired auctioneer, if anyone in the stream is just learning. I was a licensed auctioneer in Tennessee for about a year or two when I was 19 and 20. But it's all behind me now.
Adam K says, I forgot for a moment there was a war in Europe, literally in the country next to mine. So at first I thought you were talking about World War II. And 12 Ui says, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's there's a war in Europe. This is... I wish there were good local newspapers.
Is 12 Ui referring to the auction thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just reading it in a out of context way. But yeah, like the Nashville Banner is up and coming. I'm happy with the work they're doing, but like they don't have correspondence overseas.
No.
Is the problem. Like, and I really want to be able to verify stuff I'm seeing on social media.
How's the LA Times or the Chicago Sun-Times?
I have not heard good things about either of them lately.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're But yeah, I guess that's the question: is which papers that are left still have a European office, or several?
Yeah, or some other publication like Mother Jones has correspondence.
Are they a newspaper though? Because like what I want is daily news.
They're daily, yeah.
Really? Okay, I thought they were.
I mean, they're a
weekly.
magazine as well, but
Okay, see, I knew they were a magazine. I didn't know they were a newspaper. Because one of my coworkers,
I
kids.
mean, it's all digital online content. Are you looking for a physical newspaper?
Kind of, because I want something I can read with Corinne too.
I see. Delivered to the door type of thing.
Yeah, or like I could pick it up at
On a newsstand, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's part of it too, is what's available locally. Like
Sure.
oh, did you see Gannett is switching to all postal delivery, so they're not doing morning delivery in Nashville anymore?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, no Tennessean in the morning anymore. It'll arrive via postal service in the mail, which is like...
Well, hopefully the Postal Service gets a big financial boost out of that.
Well, I mean, with bulk rates, not really. Like, because of the way those work. But it is one of those things, though, where I'm like... that's like another...
So you like the morning paper.
Well, that's like
You
another...
don't want a 3 p.m. paper.
Well, that's also another job that's, like, just disappearing.
Postal Service?
No, like, morning mail delivery.
Yeah.
Or not mail,
Paper
morning
delivery.
paper delivery, yeah.
Yeah. Going out at 4 a.m.
Yeah. It's just not gonna be a thing anymore.
How are we doing rotationally?
We're at 45 degrees angular. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
45 degrees. So we are a quarter of the way to our 180 goal,
Yeah.
where I'm going to sing Say It Ain't So by Weezer,
Yeah, realistically...
which is a song I've been performing for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be pretty okay.
Yay.
Yay!
That's practice. But yeah, realistically, one problem I've had lately is I have just not had a good schedule for editing. So I think
How are you gonna fix that?
well, that's one of the things I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, I was thinking I might start swinging by the university library. And the periodicals room would be a good one for days where Corinne doesn't have a lot of homework. Yeah. Like in general, I'll just go wherever.
Sure.
Because like the Peabody Library has the kids' books. Because it's an educational school, so they've got a whole section of young adult and kids' books.
Right.
But like the main library has the periodical room.
Yeah.
So depending on the day, if Corinne already has something to read, she doesn't want to stop at the Peabody Library and get something there. Maybe we go to. I figured maybe we go to the main library periodical room, so she can be flipping through newspapers and magazines and stuff.
Whatever might catch her interest.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to get her not in front of a screen as much, and to get her out of the apartment, and that seems like a good. But part of the reason she spends so much time in front of a screen is because I have so much work I have to do even when I'm not streaming. Yeah. So I'm trying to find like where can I take her that I can work, and she can still get some stimulation.
Sure.
And I feel like library is probably going to be the best compromise there. Because coffee shop is hard because she'll be like, oh, I finished the book I brought. Can we leave? And I'm like, I really expected to sit here and work for 90 minutes, and we're 20 minutes in. And it's like, and I already bought the coffees. That's the other thing.
Speaking of coffee,
NJ
Coffee Junkie says, let's talk about that during our next session.
Maybe. I don't know, NJ. I'm kind of like, at this point...
Is she suggesting you park it in the car hole?
Yeah, yeah, at this point, I don't know. Because our next session is going to be the 19th. And so on so that whole weekend is basically everything between the 20th and the 23rd, I'm like booked solid. So me saying like let's instantiate a new habit, or let's try and work on a like whatever this new thing is that's like the worst. That like I'm trying to get something in line for like once things return to normal.
Yeah.
Like I'm still kind of on like weird summer stuff.
Things won't be normal until
So like
into August, right?
yeah, well, this is the last weekend that I have, or that will be the last weekend where I'm like
Next
booked
weekend?
solid. Yeah, not this weekend, but next weekend. But like the weekend after I talk to NJ, like NJ says part of my role is helping you organize. Yeah, but part of your role is helping me organize the upcoming week, and the upcoming week after that is going to be so atypical that like what I'm describing here is I'm trying to establish a recurring way to allocate time on a typical week, and that's not a typical week. I need to be
and
problem
said it
solving
can be
for
after
that
your
particular
birthday
week.
weekend.
Yeah.
So
We got a tip rolling in from ... Wait, hold on.
dot dot dot.
No, it's not ...
Dot dot dot.
Wait, hold on. It says okay.
Your email as well, maybe.
So it says my true goal is to hear closing time love ... So I'm guessing if you sign it with love, comma ... you want your name to be pronounced ellipsis. You don't want me to read your name. So thank you to ellipsis for the 5. Let's rotate the camera 5 degrees.
We'd love to perform closing time.
Small time Benny says, "Oh, that was me." Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense because the name on it was Ben. But, like, I didn't want to read that if you were, like, trying to tell me not to. So.
Sure.
Small time Benny says, "Why wouldn't it send my name?" I literally have no idea. It cut off. It says love ... and there's no way to expand it or show more.
PayPal moves in mysterious ways. Oh.
That's real. Yeah, why?
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. We don't understand what happened there.
Yeah, it's.
But thank you, Benny. Small time. Thank you for tipping.
Let's see if the email alert came in shortly. Oh no, here okay, so the app isn't showing the full message.
Oh, that's why.
Why not though? Are we missing other messages like cut in half?
Yeah, maybe we should stick to the browser.
Well, the browser doesn't show the tips until like 15-20 minutes later than the app.
Boo.
Yeah.
This one was already on here the moment you started reading that one, though.
Yeah, but it's not consistent. Like, this Jeanette one was way later. So, okay. Yeah. Basically, my point is, during my 30-minute call with NJ next Wednesday, I'm going to be trying to figure out how to cram everything I can into the 3 days that are not going to be bonkers next week. Not trying to figure out long-term stuff. But yeah, why? If I go to, like, is there a more full version of recent activity that I can view?
Give us a version that's fuller than this one.
Yeah.
We want to see all the information.
If I hit...
Give us a version
Okay.
that has all the details.
That's so weird. It's cutting it off every time, no matter which view I use.
It cuts everything off. I don't know why. We just want to read the full tip messages, but the app won't let us do that, no. Anything Elon Musk touches
So we're replacing the cherry wood in this kind of haunted cherry forest with this obsidian and coal.
Yeah, it's looking great.
I'm trying.
Is this supposed to be spooky? Because it's very beautiful to me.
Well, it's there can be a beauty in spookiness.
Okay.
So we're
Well, probably at night it would be spooky.
yeah, it looks cool at night.
Not a lot of things are spooky during the day.
Yeah. They feel less threatening in the very least.
Yeah, things are illuminated, you know.
Okay.
In the spooky forest, we like to put in lichen. In the spooky forest, you might get scared. What scares you, Joe Hills?
Financial insolvency.
Financial insolvency. What scares you, Quinn Hills? Genocide of trans people.
Yeah, that's not a fun one. Legitimately terrifying. Okay. Spooky, scary, crying wood sends shivers down your spine. Systematic apathy, says the me of mind. Queen Dark Lady says, I love that the petals still fall even when they're covered in lichen. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. brightness all the way down.
I wanna see what it looks like at night.
Okay, we get some lightning in here.
There's some lightning in here. And some rain's falling. There's some rain falling and it's spooky out here. It's spooky. It's creepy. I don't want to live in such a horrifying place. I want to live in a comforting space. The thunder, it frightens me, and the lightning, it brightens the leaves of a spooky tree. Oh wait, it's daytime again and everything is fine. It's daytime again and we're fine.
Real quick, thank you very much to Evan Netta for tipping 30 new Israeli shekels. Who says, hey, Quinn and Joe, hope you both had a great week. Sure did. That's going to get us up to 58 degrees angular here. Do.
Thank you, Evan Netta.
Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. If we hit 180, what song are you going to sing?
Say It Ain't So by Weezer. From the Blue Album.
Woo. A lot of people like that Blue album.
Lots of people. A lot of people, draw the line at 1996 Pinkerton, and then they don't listen any further than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What was on Pinkerton? What was the big breakout hit there? Was that
El Scorcho, maybe?
Ah, yeah.
Get you. Oh.
Because I feel like I came in on the
It wasn't.
Blue
It
album.
didn't. Yeah. Well, I think the Blue album and the Green album had more breakout hits.
Yeah.
Pinkerton is more introspective.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were necessarily trying to be as pop
As accessible, maybe?
accessible, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Evanetta has a question for Quinn. Will you be streaming anytime soon?
Did you fix your computer yet? I know you were having...
I fixed my computer. I can now, I guess I can formally announce today that I have left the Twitch affiliate program.
Oh.
And I will begin streaming again on Monday. I'm going to do Monday through Wednesday and Fridays, 10 a.m. to noon. That's my new streaming schedule. And I'll still be here for Thursdays. It's gonna be mostly music focused, working on new songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that night streams don't work for me, because I like to be open to things, and I'm just starting to find a queer community here in Nashville, and most people I know have day jobs, and so if I want to see someone, it's at night.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Well, and I will say, I only was streaming at night every night because of the pandemic, when there was no other options. But now that there's starting to be stuff to do again,
I can't just stay in my apartment all the time. Like, I could tell it was really draining me. Like, I need to be able to go out and see shows,
Exactly.
do stuff with my friends, and
Because I would just be like canceling streams left and right. So it's like, well, that's not really a steady schedule.
yeah.
And yeah, the reason behind me leaving Twitch affiliate is like they're just like taking so much money, and obviously we're not exactly pro Bezos, pro Amazon around here. I would rather someone subscribe to my Patreon than subscribe to a Twitch channel. Because I feel like you'd get a lot more out of it. I think I may just leave Twitch entirely and stream on YouTube, but we'll see.
I will say discoverability on YouTube is not as good.
Sure.
So, like, I can kind of get away with this because I've been on YouTube a while. But, like, yeah, you're going to want to be pushing that on other formats.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Like, which, unfortunately, it's, like, the worst time for that right now. I'm not trying to discourage you.
The worst time for everything.
Yeah.
There was a part of me that was like, maybe I won't stream again. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like
I feel like people enjoy it. I enjoy it. So
yeah,
I mean, it's just a matter of like what.
I like streaming a lot. It's my favorite part of this job, with the it's my favorite part of this job I can do from home. My favorite part is going to conventions and meeting people in real life. But
speaking of meeting people in real life,
yeah.
This Monday,
the
17th.
Yeah, that's right. We got a meetup planned. There's a few people that have told me they want to go. So hopefully... So the person that originally was like, I'm passing through Nashville. Would you be okay with scheduling a meetup the day that my husband and I are visiting?
Yeah.
That person was like, oh, we had a family medical thing, so we had to change our travel plans to go visit somebody who's sick. It was like, okay,
That's
I get it.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, oh no, is anyone going to show up? No. And I've gotten a few messages since then from people who are like, hey... asking clarifying questions. Hey, I want to show up. Is this cool? Yeah, that's cool. Like, that sort of thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm really hoping.
It is an all ages space.
It's an all ages space. They don't have a kitchen though. So like I've warned people. Like I know it's technically at dinner time, but it's also the reason I did it right after work is if you're gonna do a weeknight thing in Nashville, you kind of need to do it before people go home. Because a lot of people are like, well, I work in Nashville, but if I go out to Smyrna, I'm not coming back to Nashville for 7 o'clock on a weeknight.
I would never come back.
So.
Yeah, there is a food truck.
That's not gonna
at the location,
that's not
but
gonna
that's
be there
not reliable.
On Mondays.
Oh, it won't be.
Not necessarily. No, it's not usually open on Mondays.
Fair.
So I wouldn't even have mentioned it. But yeah.
I have struck it from the record.
But there is food nearby if people want to walk away, get food, and come back. Like you can.
Lots of great.
There's
options.
Lots of great places nearby. But the idea is that Quinn and I will be in the arcade for 2.5 hours. Let's see, 4:30 to 7. Is that 2.5? Yeah. Hanging out, playing pinball. Y'all can come play games with us, hang out. I talked to the owner. He was just like, how many people are you bringing in? Do we need an extra bartender? And I'm like, this isn't like a big...
Right.
No, and he was like, if you want to do something bigger, let me know. I want.
Well, and people have private events there all the time. If we ever wanted to do something.
This is kind of... Yeah, I would say that this is kind of a test run in the future if we wanted to book the whole place. Like...
Sure.
So that is actually something the Federal Trade Commission does require, is like, if I'm like saying like, so like in terms of disclosures, I am not being paid to promote this venue, but there is a possibility of us working with them again. I need to mention that there is a possible, like, I might derive some benefit from this in the future from them letting us use their space. Even though it wouldn't be like they're not writing me a check.
We'd probably be renting it, or
well, maybe not.
I see.
It-
Because
the-
you do know them, yeah.
if the possibility exists of somebody giving me something for free in the future, the Federal Trade Commission wants me to disclose that,
Yeah.
even if it's not a sure thing.
Sure.
So, like the way
And unlike winning like an Xbox, you won't have to disclose that every time you mention the pinball place.
no, but like, I should say though that we are being allowed to use the space for free this time, but we're not like booking it. We're not like I got permission.
There
to
will be
promote
other
it.
people in the space.
There will be other
We
people
do not
there.
have control
We don't know
over who will be there.
Yeah, we don't have control over who will be there. We have not booked the entire building or anything. But it'll just be a chill hangout with Quinn and I. Box Hamwich Derp says, I wish people come to the West Coast for meetups. Downside of living in California is all my friends are east of me. Well, hey, if you can get Kubla Khan to book me as a guest, I will play TCG there in San Mateo, California. Like, basically, talk to your local convention people, have them pay for my travel and my lodging.
Yeah, and also have them pay for Joe's personal assistant, Quinn Hills, to also travel and lodge.
I mean, seriously, if you want us to come places, we will go there. We just can't. I cannot. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, burning through. Well, I'm not even living paycheck to paycheck. I'm burning through my retirement fund as it is. I'm trying to staunch the bleeding right now. So I can't really do extra trips where I'm out money.
Yeah, I'm living credit card to credit card.
Like, yeah, if your convention wants to pay for us to go, even if they're like, they don't necessarily need to pay me like an appearance fee, but they at least need to offset my expenses for the trip, because otherwise I just can't.
Put us up in a room.
It's not that I don't want to visit you in California, it's that I literally cannot afford to.
I used to live in California. I love California.
12 Ooey says, I live in the Northeast USA. I've got severe anxiety around traveling. Same thing, 12 Ooey. What's your small town gaming convention? Get your convention to make me a guest and pay for me to travel and give me lodging, and I will go. Like, that's the only thing stopping me is money. I do not have enough money. There is the intention and the will. I want to visit multiple countries. I want to visit multiple parts of the U.S., but it's going to come down to what can I afford.
Put them on a panel, people.
Yeah, I will do panels. I'll do all sorts of stuff at your event, but I can't afford. Yeah, go learn about and attend local conventions, scout them out, meet the people running it. The best time to learn about local conventions was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Because, like, yeah, like PlayOnCon, they cover my badge.
Yeah.
And then I run a couple of events for them. You know, Kineticon used to cover flights, badges, and hotel rooms.
Wow.
Thank you, Chloe the Great and Powerful, for the 14, who says Financial Tourniquet Fund. I appreciate it.
Yay! Thank you.
So that's going to bring us up to 72 degrees angular.
You're great and powerful.
Yeah.
Only 108 to get to our first song goal.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. And that's 12 times 9.
Okay, so we're just replacing some of these.
Replace some of these with what?
But yeah, a lot of the hermits, except Zombie Cleo and Etho, want to start going to local conventions and hanging out with y'all. Cleo is on the fence. I'm working. I'm needling
Cleo's
away.
never made a public appearance.
No, never.
In the entire tenure.
No.
Of HermitCraft.
But I think that if she was paid to go, she would do it. I think that that's a job she would take, but she wouldn't
She wouldn't revel in it in the same way you do.
I think she would enjoy it if she did it.
Oh, okay.
But like
It's
she's
just like one of those rip the Band-Aid off things.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
try
she's
it. You know?
she's
You gotta
just
do it.
like she's like this makes me nervous to think about this, and I'm like, well, that's fair.
That's fair.
But like, I mean, the first time you do anything, you're gonna be nervous, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So
It's tough out here. How many of the hermits have never revealed their face?
I think 3. I don't know. I'm not good at that's like a counting issue. Like
Sure.
I can think of Isuma,
Maybe it's more
Cleo,
of
and
a
Etho.
question for the chat.
Yeah, yeah. The
People
chat
might
would know
be more
better than I do.
knowledgeable. Because you may have also like seen people's faces who have not been seen by the general public.
Oh yeah, like yeah, because Cleo and I hung out in a pub in London
Right. With Badger.
with Badger. Yeah,
So they were in the same room at the same time.
yeah. Well, and like Badger and Asuma go to like most of the same concerts too.
Like together or separate?
No, like at the same
Oh,
like
I see.
coincidentally.
Coincidentally.
Like they have overlapping musical tastes.
Nice.
So it's like there are people who know what Asuma looks like. I haven't personally like seen his face, but
Me neither.
somebody says Beef. Beef's face not public because he was planning on doing a bunch of public appearances with the
With
card
the card?
game.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that.
So maybe if
It's been building up
the,
to that,
the way
perhaps.
he was talking about it, it sounded like he was definitely planning on being out with people in the future. So I would assume that his face is out there already. If it's maybe it's not though.
Maybe not.
But like that's not something he has qualms about. That's just something that I guess hasn't come up then.
Lakshmi 13 says Beef's public.
Yeah.
The face is out there.
Chloe the Great and Powerful says Beef definitely has shown his face. Yeah, that's what I thought. Not in video, but in pictures. Yeah. My love is a heartbreaker. Beef has videos from his farm. His animals are very cute. Yeah.
Is it a beef farm?
No, it's like he's got baby goats and stuff though. I think.
Oh, baby goats.
Baby goats.
Baby goats. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Skibidi-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
We're not doing great on obsidian here.
Oh no.
I might have to go gather some of that. It's not ideal, but I can do it.
Where does one gather obsidian?
You can throw water on a lava pool. That's kind of the easiest way.
Cool.
But,
Go throw water on a lava pool and park it in the car hole. Forest is looking great though.
thank you.
It's
Yeah.
looking nice.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those things. Like, this is not technically cellular automata or cellular automata because I'm not. Well, you could argue that these
It's
blocks
near
are
automata.
cells. Well, so cellular automata is one of those like Stephen Wolfram things.
Sure, Wolfram and Hart.
No, like of I can Wolfram Alpha.
Mm.
Like the mathematics software guy.
Right.
Where basically the idea is that following simple rules can generate complex systems. And so sometimes for Minecraft builds, I'll kind of say like, okay, I'm gonna start with something and then I'll apply simple rules to modify it and then see what we come up with at the end. I don't necessarily know what this is gonna look like. I don't test it in creative. I just go. Space Demon says, is there any reason you're using obsidian just because it looks nice? It complements the cherry wood. It looks like a corruption of the cherry wood. And the crying obsidian is great because it has the purple particles that fall from it.
Why are you crying, Obsidian?
Probably something you did. Because you don't understand me. You never try to understand me.
No, I really don't. I wouldn't care to either.
No, it's not your thing.
No. That's someone else's problem.
Yeah. So I'll start here with like a simple palette. And be like, okay, so we're going to have it come in with the crying obsidian and then transition to the obsidian, then have some coal and keep some of the cherry wood mixed in.
Yeah, start with the simple palette and spooky little trees.
Yeah, just spooky little trees.
Just paint in some spooky little trees.
Now, most people aren't ever going to walk through this forest. But if they did... You know, I actually am a little worried that these tree branches are going to be too low for B-Dubs' horses. That might actually... I might need to come through here and actually...
B-Dubs riding around on a horse fairly often.
Yeah. Yeah, like this branch here. Like, and that's obsidian, too, so it's like womp womp. So I might need to adjust that one up for sure.
Yeah.
Because on a horse, you're, what, 3 tall? Or are you 4 tall?
That's not for me to answer.
No, yeah, that's definitely for the chat.
I think 6 to 9 tall, depending on the horse.
Yeah.
Clydesdale, you might be 10 tall. Is there a treehouse somewhere in this forest you've made?
No. I might also push this path forward a little bit here, so that way that branch there isn't as much of a concern.
Toxic Litter says, don't forget about people riding camels.
Ye
What's the height on those?
I think it's 4, so that's a separate concern too.
What other creatures can you ride in this game?
Pigs.
Pigs?
Those are not very tall though.
No. What about feral hogs?
There's about 30 to 50 of those in the front yard right now, actually.
Slightly larger than a pig, I would guess. Llamas. Tina, eat the food. Eat the food, Tina.
Yeah, I came back from PlayOnCon, and there was a lot more physical challenges this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And
How did your presidential race go? I
I
hear
didn't
about
run
that.
for president.
Oh, I thought you were going
No,
to.
Art was trying to make me run for president, and my entire campaign, if he did nominate me, would be built around spite. And but the thing is, like, I had a fallback plan if he tried to force me to run.
There's some U.S. presidential campaigns going on right now that are solely based on spite.
But no, I did not run for president.
I see.
But yeah,
You believe in more of a philosopher king.
Well, the thing is that running for president takes up the most of the con if you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
And
that would be like all of next year's con for you.
well, or this year so far. No. What I'm saying is the running takes. Up.
Oh, okay.
And like normally, like so, I officially I'm on 2 events, but a lot of times Wes will have me sub in like, Joe, this person's too drunk to do their panel. I need you to go. And I'm like, and I'm always like, is it actually something I can talk about? And he's like, maybe. Go
I see.
get to the theater like 5 minutes ago and find out. And I get there and I'm like, hi, Wes asked me to be on this panel. What is it about? And they're like, it's about taking your children to conventions. And I'm like, okay, good. I can talk about this one.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Like, but yeah, so like
Yeah, but it doesn't leave much time for
like, yeah,
campaigning,
it
kissing hands, shaking babies.
It would not be a good time for me to be like it would be to the detriment of the event to not have me available.
Right.
because like that's part of
You're
that's
you're the glue holding this whole
Well, no,
convention together.
Wes is the glue holding the whole convention together.
And you're just like an auxiliary
I'm
glue
like
stick.
I'm like an auxiliary glue stick. I don't actually. This is I don't know how this metaphor works exactly, but no. Basically, I am one of the people that helps when Wes needs help.
Yeah, you're duct
And-
tape.
That's like but
You're the red green show of the convention.
yeah. If Wes is PlayOnCon's red green, then I'm some of the duct tape.
Some of it, yeah.
So it's one of those things where like I told Art I don't want to run for president because I don't think that's a good use of my time.
Sure.
One of the things is as president you get a free badge, which I already get as a guest at the convention who helps do stuff.
Right.
Like I don't need that.
No.
But no, he just wanted to embarrass me, so I was like, fine, I'll structure my entire campaign around spiting you. I will be like, you see this guy who publicly nominated me? Here's how, if I'm president, he will hate the convention next year. And I'm not going to give specific examples because I spent way too long thinking about them, and I'm going to keep them in my back pocket for if he tries to
Also,
nominate
like,
me
what
next year.
a foolish endeavor to try and embarrass Joe Hills. That would
Yeah.
that presupposes that there's some amount of shame
No, it's
to be in the first place. Like, you can't embarrass Joe Hills.
not what I'm here for.
He does that himself.
Yeah, I do that for free. Actually, I don't.
Actually,
Tips
you
are
do it
welcome.
for-
Very famous like Joe Hills at YouTube Super Chat.
Tip now and Joe will find a way to embarrass himself.
I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my way for it. It'll just happen.
It's gonna
organically.
happen.
It'll happen organically. That's the sort of thing that you're investing in the long term.
Yeah. It's a natural process. Trust it.
Yeah,
No GMOs here. Just GM Joes,
yeah.
the game master.
But yeah, anyway, Quinn. So we built this really tall tower out of benches.
Whoa.
And like, I have not been this sore. Like, legitimately, I have not been this sore since the first week.
Yeah,
of
you've got an
ROTC.
email.
Oh, I do. We got a tip rolling in. Let's see who that's from. Julia. Thank you very much, Julia, for the 2. We're going to rotate the camera 2 degrees, bringing us up to
Julia.
74.
Thank you.
Woo. Yeah, I was going to see if I could find the tower picture here. Because, yeah. Oh, here it is.
Wow.
Yeah, we built that from 27 benches.
Was this part of a competition?
Yeah, this was part of a competition to build the tall. Like there was like
And everyone had benches to work with, or
no. They said
anything you
you
want?
can use anything on the field.
Wow.
But that you had to use the garbage can, the hula hoop, and the fun noodles.
Okay. And did were you on a team, or was this a?
Yeah, this was a team. It was me, Kate and Logan, Art, John, and Kat.
And did y'all win?
Yes. But it was
Who was the person putting everything up at the top?
Logan
Seems rather precarious.
Logan did the very top.
Okay.
So you one of the reasons there's 27 benches in this structure is there's actually like a
The base, right?
There's a ziggurat of steps coming up behind it.
Oh, okay. So you can actually walk.
So you
up
yeah,
to
you
the-
can walk up to here. There's actually 2 benches there. Then there's like I was standing on for the very end I was standing on this bench helping hand stuff up to Logan who's standing on those benches.
I see.
But I did most of the early construction until I got to the point where I was not tall enough. That was only part of that event.
Right.
There was a bunch of other challenges too, But
Yeah.
we won because we're great at everything we do. We won the whole event, not just the tower building. But winning the tower building helped us win the rest of the event.
Rest of the event. What was the rest of the event?
So it was like kind of like summer camp themed. What you might have heard of like the different dorms would have like different colored shirts or whatever.
Oh, okay. I see.
So it was like
it was Legends of the Hidden Temple.
yeah, that sort of thing.
Blue barracudas.
Yeah. Mahi Zero Wo says, who put the benches back? We did. That's part of the reason I'm also exhausted. But, like, I have not been this sore since freshman year of college. From the first round, like, the ROTC indoctrination week, where we were doing 2 or 3 workouts
it was a boot
day.
camp of sorts.
Yeah, basically. Well, because the Navy guys didn't do OCS anymore, so this was the closest thing to OCS they were going to ever have. And so yeah, but it was definitely like faux boot camp. I don't know. I just but yeah, my whole body it's just like after that like for days. It's like finally getting better.
Yeah.
But like it was one of those things though too where it's like I could tell every time I rested I was better off when I got back out of bed than when I started.
Right. The
Like-
recovery time is a lot longer than when you were a freshman in college as well.
Yeah. But it's like I could tell I was recovering. It wasn't just like, oh, this is just it now. I'm gonna feel pain forever. It's just like I need to go take another nap. That's one of the big reasons I haven't gotten any editing done this week is because like anytime that I'm like, oh, I'll sit down and work, I'm like, I start walking and I'm like, I'm actually gonna go lay down. So I've been getting like 9 to 12 hours a day of rest, which I
Okay.
probably should do at some point anyway. But yeah, it's
Sure.
killing my productivity. But yeah, as somebody who
yeah.
I normally never get enough rest. I normally am getting like 5 hours of rest, maybe 7 a day. And
Yeah, I got like 3 or 4
then I'm
last night.
constantly backlogged on sleep. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, backlog. There's no catching up.
Well, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
like normally I'm so tired that I'm making mistakes because I'm tired that then I'm spending an hour fixing. And that's the part that really makes me mad. So it's like I'm at least finally catching up on sleep. Whoa. Ambush.
Who's ambushing?
Those guys.
How dare they? Who crafted this little village here?
Oh, well, this is our spawn village. Like, everybody kind of built their starter homes here.
Oh, okay.
So we're just going to lure these guys away from my house.
Sounds good.
And then we're going to go back to my house.
So was this your starter house as well?
Yeah.
I see.
It's based on the Elvira's House of Horrors from the pinball game of the same name.
How many of the hermits continue using their starter homes?
Most people use it in some ways.
Some ways.
Toxic Glitter tips 5 and says spite is the best motivator. Thank you, Toxic Glitter. That brings us up to 79.
Thank you, toxic glitter. Spiders.
That puts us $101 away from that Pinkerton goal.
Motivator. It's not Pinkerton. It's
Or
Blue Album.
Blue Album, Say It Ain't
Say
So.
It Ain't So by Weezer.
Yeah. You know what I intended to mean.
I intend to know what you mean.
Okay. Oh, dang it, there's still one left there. Or if we leave the area and then come back, they'll probably despawn.
Is there any way to make peace with those violent aggressors?
Yes. If you let them shoot their crossbows so many times that they break, they will become docile.
Oh.
But you gotta get shot at for like a long time. Like an uncomfortable amount of arrows or crossbow bolts being fired at you for a long period.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, we got it out of our system. We're not mad at you anymore.
Yeah, now I'm good. Yeah, morning, Boorango.
Good morning. I was like, is it still morning? Yes, it's still morning.
Yes. It's 10:04 in the 10:00 morning.
10 morning. 10 times the morning.
If you sit in the same boat as them, you're too close for them to hit you, so they can't actually target you, though, but they will try to keep shooting. Interesting.
You can't, like, give them a peace offering of food or something?
No, it's not that kind of game.
They don't listen to reason.
No, they just have to be exhaustively violent. There are just bumblebees all over these mountains.
Do they produce honey?
Unclear. Okay, so it looks like I haven't flown over there before. We should fly over that now. Just try and generate some of these, load some of these chunks in.
I wouldn't describe honey as unclear, maybe translucent.
Whoa, that's...
Whoa,
don't
what
know
is that?
is. Might be a secret, so I probably shouldn't go look at it too closely.
Okay.
Just in case. Okay, hopefully by the time we fly back, the thing will be fixed. It's from Tango's charity game event. Oh, okay, never mind. Then we will already... That's not secret, then. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to actually, for next week for the birthday stream, I'm gonna try and actually have like a real plan. I mean, replacing these trees is technically a real plan, but it's not. Like, maybe the most solid one.
I see. Do you have something like a granola bar in around your kitchen?
I absolutely do, but you're not going to be able to find them because they're not in the kitchen because of where I unloaded everything from PlayOnCon. I will go get you a granola bar because they're nowhere near where you would expect them to be, and I could not give you instructions.
Sure,
it's like,
that'd be great.
It's like, I don't know if you saw the pile on the dining room table, but like it's like somewhere.
No, I did not venture so far.
It's somewhere in there. I'll go get it.
Thank you.
Because my coffee is basically done anyway, so I was gonna grab a soda for myself too. So I will be right back if you want to hold the.
I can hold down the fort.
Hold the fort. Cool.
I can see the chats.
Awesome. I'm gonna turn my mic down so I don't kick it when I get up.
Kick it real good.
Remind me to turn that back up when I come back.
Hey everybody. It's just us now. Emmett says, thanks for being here, Quinn. You rock. Thank you. Welcome back to the Quinn HermitCraft stream. We're just hanging out. Note Queen says, hi, Quinn. The chats can see you too. Where? Y'all planted a camera in here somewhere, didn't you? I guess I'm okay with... As long as it's only in here. I don't live here, so you can plant a camera in here. Joe might not like it, but he's not here to speak for himself, is he? No, he's not. Does anybody have any fun or interesting plans for the weekend? Drop those in the chat. What are y'all up to? Space Demon says, Quinn, how are you this morning? I'm doing great. I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little hungry. But otherwise, I'm doing great. 12 Uwe says, I'm volunteering at my local library tomorrow. That sounds fun. Thank you for volunteering. Stacy Grace says, I'm meeting up with some friends I haven't seen in a while. Oh, yay. I love that. And Ferrer Terrier says, I'm going to go to the Cahokia Mounds. What am I up to this weekend? I got some friends coming into town. We'll be hanging out. It'll be good. Some people I haven't seen in a long time. Whoa, Melody is getting a diploma tomorrow. Evanetta says, at the end of the month, going to the Golan. That's the north here for 3 days with my family. That sounds great. Nope, Queen's going to a lake cabin. Ooh, pray for any sanity I have left. I'm not a praying girl, but I will send you some positive vibes. Gigi's working, but might see an old childhood friend. Emmett's doing some web design accessibility training at work. That's cool. Mr. Hardluck's wrestling. I didn't know you were a wrestler.
Oh, no, that's actually Mr. Hardluck's, stage name is Mr. Hardluck.
I had no idea. I asked the chat what they're up to this weekend, and I think we've got probably 2 new PayPal messages that came in. I didn't want to mess with that because I don't.
Don't touch that
I'm
stuff.
not touching anything.
Yeah.
Well, and I wasn't gonna move the mouse at all because I'm an NPC. I don't play Minecraft.
Yeah, everything here is very fragile and brittle. Thank you, Sandra, for tipping 45. That's gonna bring us from 79 all the way up to 124 degrees angular. Sandra writes, Fort holding funds to keep Joe at bay. Woo!
Thank you, Sandra, for keeping Joe at bay.
I love bays. And then we also got 10 from NJ, who says, oh, hi, here's some coffee money. That's going to bring us up to 134.
Thank you, NJ, for the coffee money. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, HermitCraft Season 3 launch. Badger and NJ are both on the board over there.
Yeah, lots of cool people are involved with Shamblecraft.
Yeah. Fally is over there, who, did you ever check out that Lines dance mix?
I sure did.
Yeah.
I had heard it before.
Oh, you had? Okay.
Several years ago.
Yeah. Like I said, that might not be the direction we want to go with it exactly, but, as a proof of concept that Lines could be adapted as a dance mix.
Yeah.
I think it has a value for us.
It has legs.
Mm-hmm.
Lines has legs.
Yep. Okay, mind if I turn your mic down while you...
boy.
This is really loud. It's okay.
ASMR.
Yeah. Okay, so we have turned down Quinn's microphone. You'll just have to tell me when to turn it back up. Nom nom nom. Yep, that is grain-free granola bar. So it's just an Ola bar, I guess. But it's like pecans, almonds.
There's no grain at all.
Well, because since both Lauren and Dad are celiac, I've been, I try to keep snacks around that aren't all gluten. So we were talking. Well, you know what? I'll wait until Quinn's done eating, because I realized one of the things we talked about earlier, which we'll need to get back to, is slings and arrows. I never actually got to why I was bringing up slings and arrows. So we'll get back to that once Quinn's done chewing. Just remind me, chat. This is the sort of show where we don't really have a list of things to talk about, and then when we do talk about something, we don't actually get to the point. It's like, Okay, so where are we going? We're going back over here. So our little forest needs a little bit more glow lichen in spots. Like when small children tell a story. Yeah, kind of. Dang it. Mess that up. This is Silk Touch. Will that break that plant? Nope. Okay. Lesson learned there.
Put me back in, coach.
Okay, Quinn, I'm putting you back in.
I am back in now.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is each season of Slings and Arrows is about staging a different Shakespeare play as kind of the through line of the plot that season. And in season 1, they do Hamlet. In season 2, they do Macbeth. And in season 3, they do King Lear. And Paul Gross, who plays the protagonist of Slings and Arrows, is actually going to be playing Lear in Canada this summer and early fall at Stratford-on-Avon. I think that's what it's called.
I don't know. I've never been.
And so Badger Spanner, who says, "Oh, hi. Morning, Badger Spanner.
Good morning, Badger."
Oh, that would be a fun song. Hold on.
I did a cover of that song like 15 years ago that was used in a theatrical production.
Yeah. Cheer up, Hamlet. Chin up, Hamlet. Buck up, you melancholy Dane. So your uncle is a cat who murdered dad and married mom. That's really no excuse to be as glum as you've become. So wise up, Hamlet. Rise up, Hamlet. Perk up and sing a new refrain. Your incessant monologuing fills the castle with ennui. Your antic disposition is embarrassing to see. And by the way, you sulky brat, the answer is to be. You're driving poor Ophelia insane. So shut up, you rogue and peasant, grow up. It's most unpleasant. Cheer up, you melancholy Dane. So, Badger says the one in Canada is just Stratford. The real Stratford in England is Stratford-upon-Avon.
Avon, yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Wiki Stratford, Canada. It is, it's on the Avon River in Perth County in southwestern Ontario. It is Stratford-on-Avon.
Yes, but I think what they mean is no one refers it to it
but
as
I'm not.
Stratford-upon-Avon.
I just refer to it. There is videological proof of me doing that. I have totally called it Stratford-upon-Avon just now.
Yeah, but in the same way that no one ever says New York upon Hudson.
Why not? Is that because they're mad at Ernie Hudson?
I guess.
Did he do something?
I guess.
Is it because of the latest Ghostbusters movie?
And they're still making more of those.
So the Stratford Festival of Canada celebrated its 50th season in 2003. So this is their 70th season in 2023. That's pretty wild. Yeah, Nashville
so
upon
they had
Cumberland
to bring in
is
Paul
fun.
Gross for the 70th season, eh?
Yeah, so they're bringing in Paul Gross to play Lear, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Like, we didn't know this when we booked this trip. We were just like, where can we afford to meet up? Because the way the immigration process works, my fiance cannot travel to America until the immigration fiance visa is processed.
Yes.
And that can take 14 months.
Who knows?
Yeah. So it's like the cheapest place that we could both fly to in October was Toronto. It's like, now we got to find out what we're going to do. And So we've also invited some of our friends and family to come join us and hang out. Quinn is the only one who's been able to RSVP yes so far. There's a few other maybes. So we'll see what happens. Ferret Terrier, it is a weird rule, but they're assuming that if they let people who were like engaged into the country, and then they declined the visa, they're assuming the people would just hide and not leave. So like, I don't think we need immigration policies or borders at all. I think that the whole concept of the passport is stupid Nazi nonsense, and we should get rid of them. But you know, unfortunately, as the kids say, we live in a society, so we're gonna, you know, so we spent like $5,000 on this process so far, and hopefully it works out. But yeah,
We're all about no borders.
I really, really, really despise the concept of borders.
I'm very like yeah.
That's fair.
I don't want this to be like an angry stream.
So what I'm hearing is you are not a fan of Brexit?
No. I feel like we should be eliminating barriers for people to travel freely, not creating them. So part of it too, though, is because there's a surgeon's. Marwood was talking about specific things about Toronto. Because there's a surgeon's convention in Toronto for the first half of the week, we can't actually afford the hotels in Toronto. We can fly in there super cheap, but we're probably going to end up staying outside of Toronto for the first half of the trip, and then go back into Toronto for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we fly out Saturday.
Yeah.
But basically, we're not going to get a lot of time in Toronto proper because of this surgeon's convention driving up all the hotel rates.
How dare they?
I know. Stupid life-saving slicers. But yeah.
Well, and who's doing all the surgeoning while they're off at this conference?
Yeah, I know, right? So,
seems irresponsible.
So yeah, we're gonna go to Stratford. We're gonna see the north side of Niagara.
I don't think I've seen Niagara at all.
Oh well, you're in for a treat. We saw it from the New York side, and it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing it from the other side too. Excuse me. But yeah, it is truly a natural wonder. I was kind of like, you know, sometimes with this stuff, it's like I take Corinne because I'm like, this seems like a good thing to take a kid to.
Yeah, and a lot of things claim to be a natural wonder.
And then you get there and it's just like, But
And
no,
like,
it was...
And I'm like, world's largest ball of yarn. Not exactly natural. It is a wonder, but...
I mean, technically it's natural fiber. But no, it was actually really cool. It was worth the trip. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm glad I took Corinne. It's like, I'm glad I went. So I think you'll get something out of it, too, when we go. But yeah, so... Yeah, so we're gonna... We haven't worked out exactly where we're staying each night yet. We got some time on that, but... Guppy Geyser was a natural wonder. So yeah, Stratford, Canada. Yeah, that's a little ways out, but Quinn's gonna be bringing a car, so at least the hotels won't be super expensive there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my first time back in Canada since I was a wee lass.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 years old. I don't think I really remember it.
I remember they had the show with the vampire bat on Nickelodeon, on Nick Jr. in French.
Did we go on like a boat ride through a tunnel?
Boat ride through a tunnel. That does sound right.
Maybe I do remember it. away from our 180 goal?
We are at 134 at the moment.
So
what's
46?
Is that 46? Yeah, that sounds like 46. Yeah, I'm older.
Could be one tip, could be several. I
Yeah.
think we can do it.
They're cumulative. The camera rotates 1 degree angular for every dollar that comes in, so we keep track.
Yeah. What would you do with a 50-cent tip? Would you round up to 1?
Don't actually send those because PayPal will eat the entire thing as a transaction.
Yeah, it'll all be gone.
Yeah, no,
It's worthless.
Basically,
and you at home lose 50 cents.
no.
That's all that happens.
If somebody sends less than $1, I don't read it
Wow.
because it's like I don't want to encourage that because like it's just people throwing money at PayPal for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's yeah, no,
It's not great. Don't do it.
Don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna stand by that. Like if like we get like 850-cent joke tips, I will just pretend that nobody did it. Because I'm
Yeah.
not, it's no
And
point.
800 people lost 50 cents.
Yeah, like that was a great use of $400. Everybody, high five. It was really it's really annoying because sometimes people will do that like
As a joke.
yeah, and it's just like stop. I think there's a way I can ban them on PayPal when they do. Like, I think I've had to do that before.
Yeah, if you're going to spend money as a joke, go to redactedhills.com and
buy
pay me
comedy
$100 to make like a Scottish theme song.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Cleo seem to enjoy the 80s one?
Oh yeah. Were you not there by the time we played?
I was there. I just didn't know if there was any further discussion.
Oh, no complaints or. Well, the thing is though, because Cleo's cat is not feeling well.
Right.
Like
Atlas.
yeah. There's not like we didn't really like talk out of band.
Right. There wasn't in-depth discussion.
We didn't have like a post show.
Post-mortem.
Yeah. Which actually we like never do because
There's no garage
Yeah.
for y'all.
it just
You speak once a week and then never again.
basically. Although we also speak on Mondays, so.
Yes, when you're helping hermits.
Mm-hmm. With this one, I don't know. It's kind of a mixed. Maybe I'll leave it like that. I don't know. I really want to get rid of these logs.
Working on a forest and you're putting things on trees. Don't forget who it's for. It's not for me. It's for everybody. When you're working on a forest full of spooky trees. Think of all the other plants that came before us on the other seasons. HermitCraft. What was that?
Oh, that just happens if I die.
It was quite loud. That was not a quiet death for Joe Hills. When you're working on a forest, don't forget who you are. If you can't remember, then ask a friend.
Sarah says, how far from 180? We are 46 away from 180.
We're 46 away from 180, and then I'll sing a Weezer song for y'all called Say It Ain't So.
Okay.
It's looking good.
Yeah. I feel like we're making progress. We are at 10:30 in the morning here.
10:30 in the
We
morning.
usually try to run and grab lunch at around 11.
Yes.
So
if we got to a goal or two,
that would be fantastic if we could do that soon.
yes.
So once again, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Has
The grainless granola was good,
But it's not a meal.
It's not everything. I need some grain.
Yeah. I was going to ask if anybody here has been to Stratford, Canada, who could recommend, like, particular touristy things, or not necessarily touristy things, but, like, what are interesting things to do? Because if we're going to be in town...
Yeah, is there a pub we should visit nearby?
Yeah, because, like, the way I was figuring it is, the night that we do the show, we'll definitely want to stay and get a hotel there. And for cost reasons, we were going to have to get hotels outside of Toronto for that part of the week anyway.
Fair.
So it might as well be over here. It's not like we're going to...
Hey, we just got a tip.
Hey, we got a tip rolling in from Sarah Winchester for 20.
Thank you, Sarah, for the very generous tip.
Woo! Bringing us to 154. So what is that now?
26 away.
26 away. There's a Shakespeare garden with all the plants he mentions in the plays.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, because I figure we'll get our hotel there possibly that night or maybe 2 nights.
Spend some time during the day.
Depending on how much stuff there is
around
there.
the hamlet.
Yeah. Now this is also like the wine country of Canada. So
there are vineyards.
Yeah, there's vineyards and stuff we could visit nearby. But yeah, it should be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
But yeah, if somebody's like, oh, Stratford has a really cool museum of something that you would find interesting, like, I would not necessarily know.
Yeah, we're missing Pride.
Attractions.
Sports.
Oh, apparently during the theater season, which is like what we would be going during the theater season.
My favorite season.
They have a bunch of small stage stuff too. So maybe if we're gonna be there anyway, we'll look and see like what like random black box theater productions are going on.
Sure.
Maybe you see something new or random. That'd be cool. But like, yeah, if they had like random museums or stuff like that that my fiance might find interesting as well, that'd be good.
I too enjoy museum.
Yeah. Stratford, Canada museums. Let's see what we find. They have Stratford Perth Museum, Gallery Stratford, Public Art Gallery. Looks like, okay, it's more just like they don't have like some random like steam train museum or something.
Yeah.
Which
is fine.
They do have the Split Rail Country Store, which is almost train themed.
Do they have a pinball bar?
That's a great point. Let's go to pinball map. Explore the map. Near Stratford, Canada.
Explore the map near Stratford, Canada. Explore the map.
No. Nothing there.
No.
But I mean, there are.
But there's machines in Waterloo.
Yeah, let me turn this up to 5 plus.
You won the war.
Redo results. When map is moved.
Yeah, pin-up arcade bar in Waterloo has tons.
Yeah, I'm trying to limit it to 5. Let me see if maybe I have to press enter again. So Joe Dog's Underdog Rec Room and Moody's Pizza Bar and Arcade. From like a hotel standpoint, like staying right at Niagara Falls would be pretty expensive, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So we were looking at like
somewhere halfway in between.
Yeah, there's a lot of lakefront hotels
Casino
and
country.
stuff. There's a lot of lakefront hotels like along the lake here where we could have a view of the water and stuff.
I mean, it's a great lake.
Yeah, it is a pretty great lake. Yeah.
I've been told.
Badger says, I'm already dragging you to the Random Train Museum at Niagara, so it'll be your choice. Well, that's why I was saying, like, if there was also, like, something like that in Stratford that you would enjoy. Yeah. Dun dun. Do 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 dun. Okay.
Waterloo.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Okay.
Badger says, I don't want to bogart the museums with my niche train stuff. Well, at the same time, like...
Well, at the same time, Joe is bogarting with pinball stuff. So.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm doing pinball stuff. And also, like...
So I need to bogart with something.
Well, I was also thinking, like, if Quinn and I were like, oh, hey, they're doing some weird, like, experimental theater thing, and you look at it and go, this is pretentious garbage, I don't want to go to that. Like, I wanted to have a place that I could be like, we can drop you off at the train museum. Choo-choo! So this was partial.
Choo-choo, Badger Spanner.
Choo-choo! This was partially me looking for ways to make sure that
appease the Badger.
Yeah, because I can't imagine Badger wanting to see 2 plays in the same day, but I could imagine you and I being like, oh, let's do 3. Like, well, because they're all going to be so different from each other.
Yeah, they
like,
would be.
You know,
I would do it.
Yeah, no, I know you would. That's why I want to make sure you have a good time because you're going to be driving us around. So like at that point, like being like, yeah, let's go to this weird experimental theater thing Quinn wants to do, and then it's like,
yeah.
And here's
I also want to make sure y'all have time just to yourselves as well.
No, that's fair, but like
because at the moment I'm just like the third person.
Well, but like there's probably going to be other people
wheel.
going too.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I've talked to a few.
No one is committed.
No one's committed yet.
Because as someone in the Discord was saying, yeah, Marwood mentioned Toronto as a whole gayborhood. That's something I would want to check out.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that'd be the sort of
as
thing.
As a gayber myself.
Like Thursday and Friday, during the day, we'd have some time in Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay, so Salem says my friends always need a backup museum for me when they go to loud bar type places. Yeah. That's the thing, is like I don't want anybody to feel like they have to do everything that I'm doing. I want them to feel like they have options, like, because if I have to constantly make sure that 100% of the group all wants to do the same thing, then the weirder stuff that I'm gonna want to do, I won't be able to do. Right? Because like I know 100% that like I don't know if she would go or not, or if she's going, but like Amanda would not necessarily want to do some weird theater thing. That's not her speed. You know.
It doesn't hurt to ask, though.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to ask, but if I'm like, I'm doing this weird theater thing and Badger's doing this other thing, Amanda would probably be like, well, I'm obviously going to hang out with Badger. That's...
Yeah, everybody needs to find their own weird thing to go to.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get a sense of what weird things exist in Stratford-upon-Avon, Canada.
It might just be that it's the most normal place on Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, Badger points out that naps are always... yeah, we could just give Badger nap time.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing. Salem says, I spent most of PlayOnCon trying to convey to my friends, lol, I want to be able to go and stare at the lake by myself sometimes. Yeah, because like that's the thing, is like PlayOnCon has 800 things to do at any given moment, and not everybody should do all of them. Do the ones you want to do, your friends do the ones they want to do, you meet back up occasionally at the stuff you both want to do, or you all want to do. Like, you don't need to build your PlayOnCon around hanging out with your friends. You'll have opportunities for that. Yeah, and sometimes we just need time to ourselves. To reflect. To re-energize.
The Gretzky Winery has a weird wine basement and a big display of hockey sticks. Honestly, that sounds very gimmicky,
Like
but
it's
in like exactly the way like I want to go pose with a bunch of Wayne Gretzky's hockey sticks.
It's like owned by Wayne Gretzky?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was his family's winery and he went off to become like a starship captain and then ended up playing hockey instead or something.
Oh, okay.
You know, and
Like the Chateau.
yeah, the Chateau Gretzky.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Ferret Terrier. Emma says
that reminds me. I'll have two Strange New Worlds episodes to watch now.
Oh, is there a new one today?
I think that's how it works. It comes out on Thursdays.
Oh, yeah,
I watched episodes 1 through 3.
Gotcha.
I liked the second and the third. The first one, not so much.
Was episode 3 the La'an episode? Yeah, I think it was. The La'an hanging out with Kirk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was good.
That was good. The one before it, anytime there's like a court, like a trial in Star Trek, it's just the best.
Yeah, I really like the episodes.
Like when the Trial of Data, I forget
Yeah,
the name
Measure
of
of a Man.
Measure of a Man. There we go.
What is going on here?
What is going on here?
Did a creeper just like...
Jeepers creepers, where'd you get that beeper?
I do not know what just happened, but I'm gonna... now I have to go fix it. Check the Aurora Borealis forecast while you're up there. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, we might be able to see that from Stratford-upon-Avon, Ontario.
Where are we rotationally?
Let me fix this first, because it's not ideal.
Go ahead.
We are at 154. So that puts us 26 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via
think it can
paypal.me/Joe
happen.
Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
I think it can happen.
Yeah. Badger says a few times last year at PlayOnCon, I was like, hey, you guys go do this and I'll meet you in the pool if there's no thunderstorm. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah, that's the right sentiment for PlayOnCon.
Yeah. I'm a little different. I'll meet you in the pool if there is a thunderstorm.
Thunderpool!
Thunderpool! A pool of thunder, thunderpool.
What is the secret of your pool? Okay.
How about the power to kill a yak from 1,000 feet away
Wow.
with mind bullets? That's telekinesis, Joe.
Yeah, they do throw you out of the pool at PlayOnCon if there is a storm.
That's for the best. That's safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canada's way up north to us. Yeah. We're down here in the deep American South.
Anton Staff tips 32 and writes, have a power of 2. So let's see, that's going to bring us up to 186.
Woo!
Wrong thing there. 186, rotating the camera.
Thank you, Anton.
Woo!
Got us over the top to 180.
2. No, wait, 186.
186.
Woo! Alrighty, so that is going to put us $6 past our first goal and only 174 away from our second. Quinn, you want to perform that Weezer song? Say It Ain't So.
Oh, you said say it ain't so. Does that mean you wouldn't like to hear it?
You know, whether or not I want to, the people are demanding it.
Okay.
With their dollars, shekels, Canadian dollars, etc.
Et cetera.
Etc.
Et tu, cheddar.
Because cheddar is slang for money.
Oh, okay.
Like, gotta get that cheddar.
Gotta get that boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, let me go. Let me do this. Oh, yeah. All right. Somebody's honey is crowding my ice box. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah. All right. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. Bottle is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. Your love is a life taker. I can confront you. I I never could do that which might hurt you. So try and be cool when I say this way. There's a water slide away from me that takes me further every day. Hey, so be cool. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. Sorry, this thing didn't scroll as fast as it should. There we go.
Woo.
Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of years of silence. You've cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good, also I hear this bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings. Like father, stepfather, this son is drowning in the flood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker.
Woo! Give it up for Quinn Hills performing Weezer's Blue Album's Say It Ain't So. Courtesy of y'all supporting the show. That puts us only 174 away from our next song, the Beetlejuice performing Closing Time
by Semisonic.
We got 9 minutes, so get those tips in now if you want to try and hit that goal, because we are wrapping up on the hour. Let's see here. I was going to say, what is a bottle of Stevens? Is that like a whiskey or something?
Maybe Scotch
Yeah, I was assuming it was kind of like how people say Jack or George.
or Jameson.
Yeah, like they say Jameson when they mean a bottle of J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
I want liquors of the Spider-Man. Okay. That PayPal app has entirely crashed, so I'm going to do a hard reset on that. Yay.
You know, some of our greatest heroes work for newspapers.
I know, that's why it's such a shame to see them failing.
You know, is the Bugle gonna close down its Spider-Man department?
Mm-hmm.
You know. Peter Parker will be out of the job.
Yeah, so supposedly they've like greenlit, or Sony and Disney brokered a deal to make 3 more of those Tom Hollander movies. But like they're not in the Marvel MCU phase list. Like when they're like phase 5, we've got these 8 movies. Yeah, so like I don't know if they're gonna actually make them or not.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that, because a friend sent me a quote just about an hour ago from Bob Iger,
Mm-hmm.
who runs Disney,
Yeah.
who said that that Marvel Studios' increase in movie output and introduction of TV shows has diluted audiences' focus and attention. So, like, they're admitting that there's a problem. Because I've lost interest in Marvel stuff.
Well, I mean, I heard that the Secret Wars thing or whatever is like just bad.
Secret Invasion or
Yeah,
whatever.
Secret Invasion. Like I've heard like from people whose judgment I trust that it's a waste of time. Don't
Yeah,
watch
I
it.
also read that the entire intro sequence was animated by AI.
Yeah.
When they could have paid humans to make something
Yeah.
even better.
Wait, hold on. How did one of those end up back here? SAG-AFTRA is officially striking, says Mind of Me.
Good.
Badger Spanner says Tom Hollander is the guy from Rev. Is it not the same guy?
You're thinking of Tom Holland.
Yeah, he's got a very youthful appearance.
He does. Tom Hollander, wasn't he also in The Loop?
Yeah, he was in the Loop. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man.
yeah, Spider-Man, same guy.
Spider-Man doesn't need to be.
You know who I want to see? You know who I want to see as J. Jonah Jameson?
Who?
Is the guy who plays Malcolm?
Yeah. The 13th Doctor.
Yeah, having
Or was he was the 12th. Yeah, yeah.
having an angry Scottish J. Jonah Jameson would be amazing.
That'd be great. Jameson is a Scottish name, right?
Yeah.
Ish. No, it's Irish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi. Peter Capaldi as J. Jonah Jameson.
And Tom Hollander is Spider-Man.
And Tom Hollander as Spider-Man. See, Badger, we were going somewhere with this. You just gotta trust the process. But, like, they were great together in the film In the Loop. I mean, he would actually play a pretty good, kind of, like, bumbling reporter era Peter Parker, where he doesn't really have his life together.
Yeah, he's older. He might not appear to be the fittest Spider-Man, but he still has all the powers.
Yeah.
You know?
Capaldi being recast as Rick now that, what's his name is out would be an interesting choice. Too.
Justin, what's his name?
Not
Roiland.
Yeah, Justin. Yeah, now
I was
that
going to say Justin Vernon, but that's
Yeah,
the
now that
Bon Iver guy.
now that Justin Roiland is out, yeah, casting.
Well, the Bon
Capaldi.
Iver can play Morty
Yeah,
because he's always doing that falsetto voice anyway.
I don't know who Bon Iver is. Is that name spelled Bon Iver? Because
Yeah.
okay, I've seen that name written, but I've never heard it out loud. Who is that?
He's an indie musician.
Indie musician. Okay, that's what I thought it was a musician. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm forgetting. Oh, gosh. Am I going to be able to find this now? There was a great tweet, but I don't know if I liked it or not.
Yeah, this happens to me all the time.
Oh yeah. So so Tyler Huckabee, her. I don't think you'll want to come to the party. We'll all be speaking French. Me, I speak great French. Her, okay. Me walking into the party, and then he links the SNL host introducing musical guests, and it's Danny DeVito yelling, "Ladies and gentlemen, Bon Jovi!" It's just like, so good.
Yeah, I don't. It's not really French as much as Jersey,
Yeah.
which is its own tongue.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay. We are coming up on the
Coming up on a lunch
the
hour
hour.
for us.
Yep, so last call for tips already passed. I'm gonna check. Hard refresh. No. We are no closer to our 360 goal, but that's okay. Thank you all for getting us as far as we did today.
Yeah. Hey, we're talking about With Null and I in the chat. Great film.
Yep. We got a lot of fun stuff happening this weekend. So on the Discord, Patreon server, I'm going to be running a map art build contest on the 15th, which is Saturday, with Svay Monster, who did the Minecraft graphic novel, as one of the judges, as well as that Tommy Boy. Then on Sunday, Quinn and I are going to be hosting a film club double feature for the Discord. Once again, joining the Patreon Discord, $5 a month gets you on the Discord, $10 a month gets you on the Minecraft server. And that's at patreon.com/showhills. Quinn is going to be joining me to rewatch The Dish, which is a favorite of both of ours, family favorite.
Hi.
And then the second film Quinn has never seen, which is Shawshank Redemption. And you might say, Joe, why would you combine these two films together? As these are the two films Quinn wanted to watch, and I wanted Quinn to hang out. So that's how we're doing it. So
The theme is I want to watch them.
there might be some interesting thematic links here that we'll have to explore.
We
the
might
space.
be watching the credits and say, "Oh, this one person in the electric department worked on both films."
Yeah, the format for these film things is we'll hang out in voice chat before we get started and just kind of, hey, who's seen the films before, who hasn't? Then we switch over to text chat during the movie so people can make comments, crack jokes, or whatever in the text chat. We go between the movies, we go back to the voice chat and we talk about the first film. Then we go back to text chat for watching the second movie. Then we go to voice chat at the end and we talk about both in more depth. So, and then on Monday, Quinn is joining me at No Quarter at 922 Main Street in East Nashville to hang out and play pinball with fans. So if anybody's in the Nashville area, we'll be at No Quarter. Once again, 922 Main Street in East Nashville from 4:30 to 7 p.m. So y'all can come hang out and play some pinball with us. We're happy to sign things, get photos, whatever y'all want. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I have some Sharpies I can bring.
yay. Yeah, no MST3K voiceover for the film thing. Just as a reminder,
No.
you can commission songs from Quinn. 7-second songs are $100, $400 for a 30-second theme song, and you can do even more.
You can do more.
You can do more.
If you want me to produce a whole album for you, I will.
Just check out redactedhills.com for that. Okay, let's see. Oh, you can't. I can't link these things. Meanwhile, if you want to find Quinn on, are you still using Twitch? You're just not going to be a partner.
Yeah, I think that'll be the start.
Okay,
At least for now.
and that's over at twitch.tv/redactedhills. Oh,
No
wait.
extra dots.
No extra dots. This is why we say hard stop at 11 for lunch.
Redacted. The brain stops working
Yeah,
after a certain amount of
yeah.
time.
Okay, tumblr.com/QuinnHills for excellent photos of Quinn's cat Blair and more.
Yep. I'm on Blue Sky. I don't know what the link for that is.
I can't link
I'm
Blue
on
Sky from here.
I'm on
apparently.
co-host. I'm at Quinn on co-host.
Oh, that's a good one.
I had forgotten until last night that I made an account on co-host 11 months ago when I was like a day one person. So I got at Quinn.
Nice. If I go, okay, so this one's not you, but I'm gonna shorten their name.
Yeah,
Once
I think it's cohost.org/Quinn actually gets you there.
Yeah, I want to get the actual link though, just to make sure it's. Dun, 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 dun. Cohost.org/Quinn. Is co-host down at the moment? Maybe it is.
Could be.
Did you ever get on Nashtadon?
No.
Okay.
Well,
There it is.
no. It's me. I was correct. cohost.org/Quinn.
Let's see here. Yeah, I need to. Oh, Quinn, do you have a Windows computer?
Yes. Oh, wait. NJ was saying if only people could hear the NJ Coffee Junkie theme, and that's featured on my website now.
That is at redactedhills.com as an
That's the
example
$400 example song.
Ooh, so yeah, check that out at redactedhills.com. Okay, I'm going to do a final check of PayPal just to make sure we haven't missed any tips while we were doing that outro. Looks like we are all good. Yeah, I was going to say, we got to figure out who we're going to raid, but YouTube doesn't really let you do that. So we're just going to wrap up the show here. Thank y'all for hanging out. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee, joined by Quinn Hills. Any final words, Quinn?
Keep adventuring.
Keep adventuring.